Hey YouTubers, this is another episode of Cara Speaks. This time I'm doing Confessions of an Optimistic Optimist. I think I'm probably one of the most optimistic people I know. This probably stems from surviving quite a bit in life. I mean, we all have our stories, but I've always sort of walked around the world with a rainbow at my ass. But that does not mean that things don't get real. So today I'm going to talk to you about confessions. Lately, I've been so happy to see that people are actually talking about mental health. I mean, it's great we're talking about it, but I don't think people truly understand how the stigma still exists so much. What do I know about this? Let's see. Despite the fact that I'm a really optimistic person, I've done a lot of things in my life, including being a life coach, motivational speaker, filmmaker, photographer, artist, mother, friend. Oh God, I've done a lot, let's just face it. I suffer from depression. God, I even hate saying it. See, the stigma doesn't even exist just in public, it exists within us. Why do I hate saying it? Because when I talk about it, I'm afraid that people won't believe anything I say as a speaker and an optimist. There's the stigma. Luckily, I have a great support system, and luckily I understand myself and I understand my condition. Mental health issues affect so many people on so many different levels. Mine just happens to be depression. After I had my brain surgery in 1996, the doctors told me that I would suffer from a little bit of depression. They removed a benign brain tumor on my right temporal lobe. Let's just say after I had the surgery, I begged God to give me the epilepsy back. That's how awful it was. I broke all the blood vessels in my eyes. I wanted to die. But I learned to live with my condition. And it's still a struggle. And truthfully, I didn't even want to put this video out with a press release about my book because I was afraid if I was applying for certain jobs that, yeah, the employers would discriminate against me. Don't pretend it doesn't happen. It happens. So a recent experience I had was when I was living in Toronto and my book came out, Dear Cole, Never Say Never. I was too depressed to even be excited about the fact that after all these years, I published a book. My depression was triggered at that point by miscarriage. I hadn't had a depressed episode in quite a few years. I hated that it was happening. You'd never know if you were talking to me that it was going on. And that's something I want you to understand about your friends and family who are suffering from depression. So having this conversation publicly and all of this funding that's coming to talk about mental health is so important. We're changing the future, people. So one of the things I want to do is I want to tell you about my book, because now that I'm finally feeling better, I feel like I'm ready to talk about it. This book is gripping. This is what people have been telling me. They have to read it in one sitting. It's a short book, but it's my life story about how I overcame adversity, living with 100 seizures a day, having brain surgery, and how I'm telling the story to my child when I'm pregnant. That never is just a concept that is told to us, that we can't do things, but truthfully, we can do whatever we want. We just have to believe in ourselves and we have to reach out and get the support we need in order to achieve those goals. I'll be giving this book away till the end of March for free on my website, dearcole.com. I feel it's important to share my story. When we're going through things in our life, such as an illness or transition even, ending of a relationship or a difficult time of any sort, it's nice to know that you're not alone. Thank you for listening to Confessions of an Optimistic Optimist. Don't forget to download your book at dearcole.com. If you would like more information about mental health and how you can get involved, please check the website below.